What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Becca Doll in here with some bathroom diaries while I curl my hair. Might be a little noisy in the background because we've got Jaslyn and puppies. So, but I still wanted to come on here and just chat with you guys. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are all like as motivated as I am right now to, finish up these goals we had for this year. Don't be afraid to follow your dreams, start your own business, do whatever. You get one chance at life, so do it right and follow, you get one chance. If you want to do something, make it happen. It's literally that easy. You can literally write down the things that you want, then you can come up with a plan, and then you execute them daily. It's that simple. You may have to make some sacrifices or bumps in the road, and it'll be a journey, and it's a marathon. It's not a sprint, but yeah, I hope everybody's excited about the new year and Christmas and everything. And New Year's is super cool because it's my birthday. Yup. So I have a pretty cool adoption story for you guys I was going to share. I was born on New Year's Day in a hospital, and I got adopted by the nurse in the hospital. Real talk. It took 3 days, and I think it was like $72. Like, this would never happen now. So my adopted mom got called into work and had never worked that floor of the nursery, and she saw me and she just knew, and within 3 days I was able to go home with them. From my memory, like, of what they've told me and stuff like that, they instantly knew, and then they called their family, and family like rushed in and brought them things, because they took a baby home in 3 days, so they were not prepared, to bring baby into their home. So there were things that they had to get together and all that kind of stuff. So family came together, and yeah, it's a really cool story. I don't ever remember not knowing that I was adopted, but I always wanted, so I guess they told me at a young age, and it's just like something I always knew. That does not change anything. My parents that adopted me are my parents, period, point blank. So I always wanted to know who my adopted family was, okay? Something that was heavy on my heart. I always wanted to know. It got really harder when I was in middle school, and I don't know, like, when you start to compare yourself, now y'all probably do it on social media, youngins, but anyways, you would be like, oh gosh, that family's so cool, or his parents are so cool, or if I had that, my mom was like that, my life would be better, and there's just stuff like that. So I just always wondered what life would be like if I hadn't been adopted and I lived with my mom and stuff like that. And my birth mom actually left me her full name, her social security number, her siblings' names, and social security numbers. So deed for me, and my mom always had that readily available to me, I guess, when I was of an age to pursue something like that. And so I always knew at a very, very young age that I always felt like at a very young age that my birth mom wanted me to get in touch with her. I also, in my heart, felt that she maybe didn't really want to give me up for an adoption, and maybe it was like looked frowned upon that she was pregnant and not married or whatever. You never know this. I don't know the circumstances, but I always felt that my mom left me that information because she wanted me to find her one day. Like, why else would you leave it? So throughout my life, there were different points in my life where me or the people around me, friends, family, whatever, we would seek out this information, right? So I had a best friend, a girl, and we both had, her upbringings kind of got a little shaky at some point. There were times where she lived with me and my family. There's times where I lived with her and her family. And this went back to 5th grade. So I know at some point, gosh, I don't know how old we were. We definitely couldn't drive. So we were probably 14, 15, I don't know, somewhere around there, maybe 16. When like, I know their family tried to help me, or we got on the internet, and this is like dial-up internet back in the day. So mind you, so we did not have like access where I could just find her like that, right? Now, I was finding her name, and it kept popping up in Clearwater, Florida, but I couldn't get a phone number to call her or anything like that. So, a little while later, you know, that's when my career in the criminal world began, and my behavior and stuff declined. Like, after that, that's how I ended up moving to Atlanta at a very, very young age. And the guy I was dating actually was super, you know, technology had come along a little bit more. He's super sharp. He's older than me. And he was able to find my mom for me with the information that I had, and or find a phone number. So I called this phone number, and someone picked up and said, she's not here. Can I take a message? Hold on, Jazzy needs me. Yes, baby.
Mama, come on.
Okay, can I finish this really quick?
No.
Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm back. Anyways, so I don't know the order of how these phone calls went, but I know, like, one time I called and she wasn't there, and then the next I called another time and I spoke with somebody, and they actually it was my grandmother, and she gave me some information about my mom, that she worked very hard. She had 3 jobs, and that she had moved to Clearwater at some point, but she moved back home because she missed her family, and that she was really busy, in this conversation, you know, was going to be hard on her, so she was going to tell her on her day off. And I feel like it was a Thursday. Like, I do remember that part. So I remember calling back and no answer. And then the next Thursday I called back. But, you know, I don't know how long this went on. I don't remember all the details. I was really, really young, and these were my party days. So, but eventually someone picked up the phone and said she's in Texas, and hung up. And I just didn't pursue it again after that. Like, I knew when I felt in my heart and it became heavy on me that I wanted to pursue that again, that I would. And I would, you know, probably find everything that I was looking for and whatnot. And so I think I was homesick. And so at this point, I'm an adult. I've got a daughter. Jalen, there's so much going on up here. Jalen was maybe like 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, I'm not sure. And I started researching again, because now we have Facebook. And I think I was new to Facebook because I was one of the last people to get on it. So I think that may have been something that had me like look up these names on Facebook and look at their pictures and stuff. Well, I saw an uncle, and he was like, I just looked at his post. I looked at everybody's posts. And then I saw my mom, and I saw a son, and I knew that was my brother. Like, I could just tell, just knew it. And I realized it was my mom, and then that my mom had serious medical issues. So I was like, how am I going to go about contacting her? So I thought about it, prayed about it, and I just kept looking at my different people in my family. And one of my uncles had like a Fireball t-shirt on, and he just, like, his jokes and humor and stuff, I was like, he seems kind of laid back. I'm going to take that angle. We may have something here. Now, in my heart, remember, I always thought, well, I don't know if I told you this part. I always thought that maybe she didn't want to put me up for adoption, or maybe other people didn't know. That's what I was. I always felt in my heart that I was a secret and that her family didn't know. I just felt that way. I don't know. There's no reason. There's no rhyme. Nothing. That's just what I thought. And that is what is so, I've been finding so interesting about myself, is my intuition is so insane. Like, and I'm learning to trust it, and it's just a really cool self-reflection thing that I'm going through. But anyways, so I reached out to my uncle. He did not know about me, but started putting like some things together in the past that he could remember, He remembers like when my grandfather passed away. So I guess my uncle was away in the military when this happened. Of course, he was skeptical. He wanted to, see some paperwork, know what was going on. Because also my mom, is in really bad health. She cannot speak. And so like, why is this girl contacting us? What does she want? They didn't know. Like, they could have thought I wanted something, money or something like that. Like, no, trust me, I don't need your money. I'm good. I got money. It wasn't anything like that. I just wanted to, know where I came from. And so my, after a few phone calls with my uncle and some research, he tells me that he was in the military during the time that I was born. But he does remember at some point coming home and like my mom having her stomach covered up and stuff like that. And he wondered what was going on. And then I guess when my grandfather passed away, they did find paperwork. He does remember seeing paperwork about, or bills or something about a baby girl being born. So on my birth certificate, it said baby girl, my birth last name. And then my parents got to like change my name and change it or whatever and get a different birth certificate or something. But yeah, if you're born and you're just kind of like left in the hospital, like there was no plan. There was no like prenatal care plan or anything like that. I think that's why I led to this speculation. So I talked to my uncle and I talked to my cousins, and it was super cool. It was a really surreal moment. I quickly planned a trip out to Virginia to go meet them. And it was a pretty cool experience, and me and my cousins had become really close, and we used to visit each other a lot, and it was just a cool experience. Now my mom can't have I've gone there for holidays and surprised her and stuff like that. She has aphasia and cannot speak well, so there's a lot of things that are just kind of like left unsaid or conversations that need to happen. So my relationship really built more with my cousins and my cousins' children and stuff like that. But the ending to that story is a whole another story, and I don't know if I'm ready to spill the beans on that one yet. But yeah, that's my adoption story. I figured it was a good time to tell you since my birthday's right around the corner. I hope you guys be safe for New Year's. Whatever your goals are, be proud of yourself. Whatever you did this year, do some reflection. Write down what you want out of the next year. You know me, I'm going to be doing a whole, we'll probably do dream boards or dream books or something like that, motivating. And, I definitely try to teach my kids the purpose of goals and stuff. Every morning I reflect on my why. Why am I working this hard? Why am I doing the things I'm doing? What I need to do daily to get to where I want to. And like my homie says, I'm the elbow grease. I get the stuff done. I do. I don't just talk about it. I execute it. And I'm really proud of myself. It's been a really trying couple of past years. And I feel like I'm in the best place that I've been in a long time. I'm nowhere like, oh yes, I've arrived. Like, I don't know if I'll ever be like that because I strive off of goals and working towards things. But yeah, I love where I'm at in life. I really feel like everything that I have been working on my whole life has led up to this moment. I was talking with my best friend on the phone yesterday, and she was like, girl, you were trying to brand yourself, or you were a brand. She's positive, so she's going to say, you were a brand when you were 16. What you mean? You've been doing this your whole life. Because I love creating content, y'all. I love doing this. I'm so passionate about it. And it has opened up doors for me to help people, but also help people, all my businesses are really acts of service. Like everything that I do, financial, I'm able to teach other people things about money and how it works and taxes and getting a mortgage and insurance and trading and starting their own businesses. And my Amway business, I help people create an extra income. I help them find solutions to problems they may have, health wise, beauty wise, whatever. So y'all check out my Amway store, support small businesses, because you can get your stuff shipped to you really quickly with Amway. But I love you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this story. But this is my adoption story. Make sure you turn your notifications on. You like this video, and subscribe to my channel. Bye, y'all. I'm not the best at curler, y'all. Leave some comments for me. Help me out. Like, I feel like I should be separating it differently when I'm curling it. But is this blonde not fire? Like, my hairdresser is the bomb. Shout out to Denise. Yo, DG Hair's Artistry. Like, this color. And she keeps it healthy. I mean, she'll tell you I take care of my hair, though. So that helps keep it healthy, too. But, and it's raining. So I'm not even sure why I curled my hair, honestly. Because it's probably just going to get messy in the rain. But, anyways... I had to show y'all the finished product. Peace, love, chicken grease. And this is the final look. You've got to check me out on TikTok, though, to see the whole outfit. Why is the dog in the shower? Why are you in the shower? How did you get in the shower? Oh my gosh.